Hi Sagittarius, welcome to April. This is Teresa from tarotbyt.com, and I'm getting ready to do your Love TarotScope reading for April. And before I do that, I want to call in some good energy for this reading, create some sacred space. And let's see what's going on. What does Sagittarius need to know about, hold on, let me bring this closer. What does Sagittarius need to know about love and relationships for the month of April? What does Sagittarius need to know about love and relationships for the month of April? We're having a new moon in Aries on the 15th. That's connected with Uranus, surprise, planet of surprise. And we're having a full moon on in Scorpio on the 29th. And that is supported by Mars and Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So anything that you start and finish in April is going to be in place for a long time. So choose wisely. There may be unexpected developments with the new moon. Let's see. What does Sagittarius need to know about love and relationships in the month of April? What's coming up for Sag this April? Three of Wands, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Wands, King of Swords, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords. Well, let's see. So, something is ending and something else is beginning. Okay, you've got the Three of Wands here. This is a group energy. So this is about planting seeds. The seeds that you've planted in the past are going to start to pay off. You're going to start to get results. This could lead to, and this seems more like a, well, career thing than a relationship. But anyway, this could lead to an ending. The Ten of Swords means what you've been working on, something that's been stressing you out. You have the Nine of Swords here, so you're under a lot of mental stress. But that's coming to an end. You may decide that you're just not going to give this relationship or this situation any more energy. It's almost like it's just, you're done. It sucked the life out of you as much as it can, and now you're just done. You may feel that there are people around you that are judging you too harshly. There's a King of Swords here in your environment whom you feel has just been too severe or too judgmental. There's been some intrigue. You have the Page of Swords here. And you've been, the Nine of Swords in the past, there's something that you're really stressed about. You're worried. It could be a health issue. It could be just your mind working overtime. You can't sleep. And it's affecting your health. You know, whatever you've been working on, you've been really stressed. And sometimes with the Nine of Swords, your mind conjures up scenarios that may not even happen, but you have a mind that's been working overtime. And a lot of the things that you're imagining that you're afraid might happen will not happen. It's just your mind working overtime. But that's all ending. All your stress, it's coming to a head this month, and it's coming to an end. I mean, you may feel like, you know, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Because now the Ace of Wands is in the recent past, so there could be some new development that's changing the scenario. The Ace of Wands is a new beginning. It could be a new career opportunity. It could be a new relationship. but I feel like this has more to do with your career, because I'm not seeing a lot of love cards. I'm not seeing the love in April. But there is an opportunity for a new beginning, and the Six of Wands is a card of recognition and success and being seen as the rock star in whatever you do. So there could be a new job opportunity coming up that's really going to utilize your talents and really going to recognize you, whatever you've been working on, or whatever your skills are, you're going to be recognized in April. So I feel like this is connected to a job, and it may be a situation where you're working as part of a team with 2 other people. So it could be a group endeavor. The Page of Swords in the near future is showing that if you're applying for a job, they're going to be checking every detail. So this is a card of spying, checking into things. It could be gossip. In some cases, it could be gossip. So be careful with your communication in April. Be careful of gossip and who you tell things to. You may confide in someone, or you may hear gossip, and it may not be true. So you have to look deeper. You have to go to the source. Don't just believe what you hear on the surface. 5 of Wands, this is a card of, again, competition, mental stress, fighting over petty details. So you might be dealing with some situation where someone is being very petty. Someone is splitting hairs over minutia. And it's causing you a lot of internal anxiety, internal conflict. You feel like nobody's working together. Everybody's fighting each other. And you're kind of like tired of it. It's draining you. It's affecting your health. It's affecting your relationships. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of arguing over this nonsense. So you've decided, like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm just, I'm done. This King of Swords has... Now, there will be harmony coming later, because I feel like there's some new beginning that's going to take you out of this scene of conflict and stress, mental stress, and all this crazy making. Because the Page of Swords here, it's like you're dealing with someone who's difficult. But you have to, in communication, you're going to have to be really careful the way you communicate your position or your feelings. This is like a card of having to have a difficult conversation with someone, having to have, be diplomatic, be strategic. It's not what you say, but how you say it. So be careful how you present whatever your message is. If you're receiving the message may seem harsh. If you're giving the message, you're going to have to be diplomatic and careful on on your delivery. This person's not going to be happy. This person is very severe. This could be an air sign, like Aries, not Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This person's a very black and white. There's no compromise. There's no gray area. It's either you're right or you're wrong. You're either with me or you're against me. So in a relationship, you may be dealing with someone like that, who's kind of severe and opinionated and doesn't want to listen to other opposing viewpoints. It's just my way is right, and that's it. They see things in black and white. This person is very intelligent, and sometimes they can appear to lack compassion because they're so scientific, they're so logical. They don't use their heart. They don't let their heart rule their head. They just, this is right, that's wrong, that's it. They're very rigid. And so you may hear you might be involved in a harsh conversation or a delicate conversation, challenging communication from this person. The 8 of Swords is in your wish fulfillment. You're feeling trapped. It's almost like I'm stuck in this situation. I want to get out of it, but I'm just stuck. A part of you is afraid to move out of it. You're afraid of the fallout. Because if you accept this new opportunity, and that could be a new relationship that's getting you out of a bad relationship, a new job that's getting you out of a job that's become really stressful. Whatever it is, you're feeling trapped. But really nothing is trapping you, literally, figuratively. I mean, this is just your own fears that are keeping you locked in, keeping you tied down. You can just walk away at any time. But I think you have a fear of confrontation with this person, this King of Swords, who represents, it could be an authority figure. If it's a relationship, it could be someone, that's very harsh and very non-compassionate. If it's in a job situation, it could be someone who is your boss or your authority figure, like a father figure. But freedom is coming. You've got all these swords surrounding you, but freedom is coming. It may come in September, but it's coming. Because you have this Ace of Swords here as an outcome, and that's the time card that relates to September, October, November. So by the end of the year, you're going to be released from this prison of your own making. A lot of it is in your mind, like you created this situation so you can uncreate it. You can free yourself. You don't have to be stuck in a situation that's giving you so much stress, that's almost making you sick even, because this is a card of where you're losing sleep and it's affecting you, your life. It's just not healthy, all the mental stress. But it is coming to an end. This Ten of Swords is like, you're at the end of the road. Whatever's been stressing you out is coming to an end, because this is your way out, this Ace of Wands. There's a new thing, a new opportunity coming up that's going to release you. But you're going to have to go through this, you have to deal with this person before you leave. You're going to have to be very delicate. So if you're leaving a relationship, you're going to have to communicate very carefully to this person. This card can also come up when you have to, if you're trying to make a decision, you have to really look at what's there, what's real. Separate what's real from what's not real. This is not the time for pie-in-the-sky dreams or, fantasies about what could possibly be that may, you have to be practical. You have to go, okay, these are my options. Column A, column B. These are the pros, these are the cons. And then go from there. But freedom is coming, and success is coming, and new beginnings are coming. But it may take a while to get out of this situation. It may take like 6 months before you can free yourself. Because, Mercury's retrograde now. And then Mars is going to go retrograde in the summer. So you're not going to have the energy. And things are going to be, you don't want to start things when Mars is retrograde. But when Mars goes direct, and before the next Mercury retrograde, or after it, you can make your escape. You're going to be, this is a warrior energy. You're going to be motivated to free yourself. Because the Ace of Swords is okay, I'm going to take action. I've had it. I'm done. I need to take action. And I'm going to fight. I'm going to be the warrior for me to get what I need, to get what I want, to have a new beginning. Come hell or high water, So, let's see what the astrology has to say. New moon in Aries. Happening in your 5th house. House of romance, children, and creativity. And Uranus is conjunct this moon, or the moon is conjunct Uranus, I should say. There could be a new romance in April, or a new opportunity, a child, new relationship with a child, new beginning with one of your children. A new creative project that comes up that you really enjoy, that really speaks to your special talents at self-expression. It's going to speak to you and who you are. So you're going to really like this new project. And Venus is in the 6th. So things at work, you might have a new job. I mean, things are going to get more. If you've been fighting with people at work, things are going to get a lot more congenial. Because Venus will be moving into your 6th house. So when Venus is in the 6th house, you get along better with colleagues. And Venus is opposing Jupiter in the 12th. So Venus has a healing aspect. You know, I think if this new love, it's going to have a healing effect on you. And it's going to help you overcome some psychological issues. Jupiter's in your 12th house right now. So Jupiter's increasing, you know, whatever all your fears and all your self-sabotage, it's like adding fuel to the fire. So you need to tame that. Jupiter's your luck planet, and it's your ruling planet. So you may have someone behind the scenes also working to help you. Someone, you know, it could be your guardian angel, or it could be some authority figure, or someone who doesn't want to be known, but they're helping you. They're putting in a good word for you. The North Node is in your 9th house, so that's the house of higher education, learning, teaching, spirituality, long-distance travel, publishing. That's your path. That's the direction you want to go in. That's your karmic path, right, for now. For April, anyway. And Mercury, you might be working on a writing project. Mercury is in Aries. You might be thinking about publishing something. Maybe some creative project. Writing, poetry, something like that. Something that really speaks to who you are. You might be dealing with people at a distance. So maybe this new opportunity has something to do with a company or a job at a distance that may require a move. Because the 9th house represents long-distance travel. Whatever the case is, Venus is trining all those planets in the 2nd house. You've got Mars, Saturn, and Pluto in your 2nd house. So you've been going through some challenges when it comes to money and self-worth. Mars and Saturn in your 2nd house are increasing your expenses. So you're feeling like, okay, I've got to do something. You know, I've got all these expenses. I need to make more money. I need to change. You're changing not only the fact that you want to earn more money, but you're starting to, they're calling attention to how you see yourself and what you value. What am I worth? Am I getting paid what I'm worth? You know, so you have to fight. Mars is the activator. It's activating what you need to do to bring in more self-respect, more self-esteem, and then through that, more money. Because the money you earn is tied into your self-worth. If you feel that, you know, you're worth a certain amount, you're going to fight for that. But if you think like, oh, well, I'll just accept this low salary or whatever, it's, you know, you can't do that anymore. You have to get what you deserve. And Pluto is there also. Pluto's in your 2nd house. So Pluto is transforming how you see yourself and what you think you can accomplish. It's going to transform your ability to earn money, to bring in security, to help you feel secure. So you're, you know, it's the power planet. You have to come into your power. You have to step into your power. Saturn and Mars are shaking things up, and Pluto's helping with the transformation. But you have to take action, and you have to do the work. Saturn is grueling, you know, it's the taskmaster. But Saturn, when it leaves your 2nd house, will leave a reward at the door for all your hard work. So don't give up. I know you've been working really hard, and you're trying to, you know, make a name for yourself, trying to feel like you're accomplishing something. You will accomplish something, and you will achieve your goal. You just have to go through jump through some hoops before, but it's coming, so don't give up. full moon in Scorpio in the end of April, April 29th. That's happening in your 12th house, and it's activating your 6th house. So whatever has been affecting your health and your psychological well-being is coming to a head or coming to a completion. The way out of the stress, is through creativity, because you have Mercury in the 5th house. Now, Mercury's going retrograde. It started in March 22nd. So this could bring an old love back into your life. It could bring people from the past back into your life. It could be the potential for, an intellectual connection with someone. Or it could also be creativity. If you're doing something creative, you may go back and rewrite something or tweak something that has to do with creative writing or some type of writing poetry, creativity. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot more creative projects that you may want to even get published. Saturn is supporting, this new moon, this full moon, is supported by Saturn. So whatever you're beginning in April at the new moon, whatever comes to completion at the full moon is going to be in place for a long time. So you're going to start, like the ball is going to start rolling in April. The spark, the first seed. It may not, phase 1 may complete at the end of the month, but I feel like it's just the beginning of a process that will culminate at the end in September, the fall. That's when you're going to really step into your power or take action. So whatever you're doing, and whatever you're beginning in April is going to lead to stability, career success, because Saturn represents, your status in the world, represents, usually it rules the 10th house. And it's supporting you. So Saturn is saying, make a commitment. Make a commitment to your dream or your goal. What is it you really want? What is it you really need that will honor your skills and honor you as a person? Make that commitment to do the work to get you there. Saturn is supporting these new beginnings. Saturn is supporting the culmination. So at the full moon, if you see something that needs to go, that you need to release, because the 12th house is about releasing, the full moon, will shine a light on problems. If you have a health problem, something may, come to a culmination at the full moon, or it will come into awareness. If you have a psychological block, how have I been self-sabotaging? What do I need to change about myself? What people do I need to let go of? What situations do I need to anything that's blocking you, anything that's imprisoning you or holding you back from being who you are needs to be released. And the full moon may bring some of that at the end of the month. But that will free you then to pursue the thing that you were destined to do, which is coming in with this wand thing. So if it's a relationship that's holding you back, you may need to let it go. If it's a job that's been holding you back, you may need to let that go. If it's yourself, your cycle, your view of the world, your blind spots, you need to dig deeper and see, where are my blind spots? What do I need to see? What am I, because it's not always everybody else. It takes two to tango. So we have to look at ourselves as well as others. Others trigger you. But really, you're part of the equation. So you have to look at yourself too. And see, okay, what is it that I'm doing that I can change to change the scenario? And so if there's anything that you're doing that's been holding yourself back, you need to release that too. You just shift into, look at your blind spots, deal with them, and release them so that you can move forward. And I think it's tied also to self-esteem. Because the 2nd and the 8th house are connected to the full moon. So your money houses, so that's like your self-worth. You have to believe in yourself. You have to say, hey, I'm not going to settle for less than I deserve. I'm not going to take this garbage anymore. If a relationship isn't giving you what you want, You need to fight for yourself. And if it means releasing, release it. Don't let anyone stand in your way or hold you back. Claim your victory. Claim you have talent. The world needs to see it. If you're not being appreciated or valued in a situation, then you need to change it. And bang, you know, like they say, stop banging on closed doors. Walk through open ones. Go to where you're welcome, not where you have to fight to be accepted. So that's my reading for you for April, Sag. I hope this has been a help to you. And if you'd like a personal reading, a private reading, just check the link in the description box and it will take you to my website where you can order a reading. I'll get you on the schedule and we'll see what's going on in your life. This is a general reading, so the readings that I do for people will be targeted and more personal. In the meantime, I wish you luck and success in freeing yourself from anything that no longer serves you and welcoming new beginnings that will lead to fulfillment and creative self-expression. So have a wonderful April, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.